So welcome down to another Friday Fix. And in today's Friday Fix, I'm going to help you learn from what the best players in the world do to help you hit more good shots than ever before. So when you watch the best players in the world, whether it be iron shots, driver, fairway woods, hybrids, the one thing that is stand out for them is the speed, the power, and the control they've got on the golf club to help influence the golf ball to just hit lots of good shots. And yet potentially when you see more club golfers, you maybe see that lack of speed, that lack of power, lack of control, therefore a lack of the ability to influence what the golf ball does. And how are we going to get you doing that better? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to help you understand how we can get you rotating your body better and why, if you can rotate your body better, you're going to have more control on this golf club. Now, just before we make a start, if you're new down to my channel, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If while you're watching today's video, you're enjoying it and you don't currently subscribe, I'd love it if you just took a second to click the subscribe button below, ring the notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. So what are we going to look at today? As we see that one, a little bit drawy, but club head speed 90 mile an hour. The club has travelled down, so I've hit down on the ball. I've swung from the inside with the club face slightly closed and pitched the ball 175 yards. I might argue I'd like to have seen that go a little bit straighter, but some of the things that we would like to see achieved at impact is we'd love to see that club head moving nice and quickly, the club travelling down into the golf ball, and then obviously that shaft leaning forward, de-lofting the club, giving some ball speed. But what you'll also see is when that club is leaning forward more, if you see the club face there, it doesn't have to rotate a huge amount at the bottom, so there's lots of control. Now, what is something different that we might see though? So for a lot of golfers, we don't really see the body turning properly out the way and even turning on the backswing. What we see is that the body stops and the hands and arms continue. And to be fair, you can still hit some very good shots. So if I don't rotate and just do it with my hands and arms, so we see it's still a very good shot, slightly slower at 87 mile an hour, not hit down quite as much, but still been a little from the inside with the club face slightly closed. And I'll be honest, that's how I used to play a lot as a kid. But when you're having to use the hands and arms and all those small muscles, it's all down to timing. And you can be very good. It's incredibly easy to hit shots like this though. See that one off the planet left, great strike. And the club face was that far closed there, TrackMan missed it. Or if you've had a couple of those, suddenly the hands don't get as active. And that one's way out to the right, no speed, club face way open. And you can't have both of those in the bag, can you? Way left, way right, all kinds of trouble. So what we're going to do is help you learn how to turn that body properly on the way back, rotate properly, and then how to rotate on the way down. Now, I know some of you will have seen it in the corner. I've had a new delivery. Now look at that. So that is this year's, the 2021 Masters bag. That is cool, isn't it? Now, I've got a dilemma. I really want to keep that, but I might give it away. Now, comment below. Let me know whether you think I should keep it or give it away. If you think I should give it away, which I suspect one or two of you might, let me know how you think I should give it away. And if there's an ingenious method, rather than just give it me because I need it, I just might do that. So let's get back onto rotating the body properly. So the first thing we need to do is rotate properly in the backswing. Now, the big mistake I see with a lot of golfers is they confuse rotation, is they don't really do it with the body. They'll kind of do it with the hands, get the club behind them very quickly. Then we see that over the top movement and lots of compensations on the way down. So the way I want you to get a feel for that backswing is I want you to almost feel that the club head, the butt end of the club and your torso start turning together, and then you get your hands going behind, not the club head. So we're going to feel that everything turns together and you feel the hands work behind you. You won't get into that position, but we'll try that to start with and see how that feels. That was very close to the first shot I hit. Like that, a little bit of a toe strike. Now, if you watch my videos, you'll know I talk about this a bit lately, that my little waggle tends to be that, which is absolutely what we're talking about not doing. So we want to feel that everything moves together away from the golf ball, and then from there, let those hands get behind you. Now, once everything's here, it's incredibly easy then to start turning the body out the way, and you'll see as we come down, that club face is in a nice strong position, and we can keep turning out the way in order to get that shaft lean. Now, the problem I hear a lot of people say is, I'm not flexible enough to turn. So a lot of it is down to the hips. So what I want you to do is, if you're a golfer who gets your toes quite straight in front pointing, I want you to turn both feet out, and that will allow a little bit more turn on the way back and more turn on the way through. So we're going to try that now and see if that feels a little easier. So turn the feet out, work on that backswing, hands back and then behind you. Again, a little bit toey, but there's some speed there, and that's nice. So I would say for most golfers, you need to work on that bit to begin with. So for a lot of golfers, like I said, they'll be quite used to either here, lifting and going over the top. One or two of you might go that way, I doubt it. But when you go here and there's lots of rotation, that club face is wide open, all kinds of compensations. You'll still hit good shots, don't get me wrong, you will still hit good shots. But it's about hitting the good ones more often and the quality of the bad ones really picking up. So let's say you've spent a little bit of time working on that backswing and that's now good. So once we get to the top of the backswing, what we want to feel from here isn't just rotation. Because as you just rotate, you can see that club steepens, and then again, you're going to go left. So we're going to feel from the top, you're going to keep your pelvis back. So almost feel that you push back and forward. So that'll get that pressure into that lead leg. You see when I do that, how that club flattens out, and then just turn as much as you can out of the way. Felt a bit toey. Yeah, it was very toey, but even more speed, and I'm liking that. That feels very different. So let's go again. All the way to the top, stay back, weight left, and then turn as much as I can. Hips, chest, everything, get as far out the way as I can. And as a general rule, particularly if you're someone like me, the more you turn out the way, the less the hands will want to get involved, because if I keep turning, we can see that club lovely and neutral. If I stop at all, that's where those hands come in. So I'm going to really try and get as far out the way as I can here. So not a great strike. In fact, a very poor strike. But we're not going to get it right every time. Let's go again. Go back and then out of the way. That felt better. Still that little draw, but we're getting quicker. Hitting the ball better, further. And I'm not talking about trying to hit the ball dead straight every time. What I'm talking about here is you might hit a little fade with this movement. You might hit a little draw like me. But we're looking to see, as you get more consistent with your movement because of less compensations, do you get a consistent result? And I'm starting to see the same shape. The club delivery is very consistent. All I'm actually starting to do now is hit the ball a little further. I'm not trying to. So let's go one final one. Straight back, hands behind, shift, and then turn. Let's really go for this one. Oh, that is a little bit more drawy than I wanted, but super quick. And if I want to get that back to target line now, I can see everything's just turned over to the left. All I'd need to do is just aim a little bit further right, then focus on that movement. And here we go, just left of target. So path looks a bit more exaggerated there because I've aimed a bit more to the right, but you can see there, because I've learned from the movement what the shot is, and I'm now starting to rotate like the best players, am I delivering speed? Yes. Power? Yes. Control? Yes. Consistent control, and therefore that is making me a more consistent player. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below, and I'll get back to as many people as I can. Like I said, this is a Friday fix, so every Friday there's going to be a fix in there. Comment below and let me know what you would like to see me talk about on Friday fix. But if you've enjoyed the video and you don't currently subscribe, hit the button below, ring the notification bell. Hopefully catch up with some of you soon. Stay in contact.